Greetings, salutations, people of the internet. This is Master RBG, and I have a question for you. Are you jonesing for some Zelda-style gaming, but already finished Breath of the Wild? Or maybe you want a Zelda-style game with a more unusual setting? Well then, boy howdy, have I got a game for you. This week, I'm reviewing Figment. Let's get right into it. Now, remember that comment I made earlier about a Zelda-type adventure in a more unusual setting? Well, this is what I meant. The setting here is the mind of a person, and all the characters are figments of that person's mind. Our main character, the anthropomorphic animal guy in the chair over there, is named Dusty. And he represents the courage of the mind. Or at least he used to. It's, how should I put this? His better years are behind him. All the fears and nightmares and things of that nature he used to fight, they're long gone. He's already beaten them all. He's retired, and he's, kinda grumpy. Yeah. So he spends most of his days lazing it up at his place and drinking Cerebrum cider? Yeah. And your first mission is in fact to get his cider nice and cold. Hey, I've heard of stranger first missions in video games, so don't get me started. At least you're not following a train this time, huh? Just saying. And lo and behold, we now have the ice. Now, for a quick trip home and, oh dear. Well, it would appear the drink has disappeared. And his scrapbook. Well, except for this one page. And holy crud, it's General Grievous. How'd he get in here?
You lost it, friend.
What? Leave my scrapbook alone.
It's mine now.
Okay, so apparently General Grievous, which apparently is the form of one of the nightmares in this world, has stolen his scrapbook
Eventually.
and his cider.
Everything.
Which, if you ask me, is just adding insult to injury, really. I mean, that's completely uncalled for. Okay, this is what I had in mind. This is the sort of injury a bad guy should be trying to inflict upon the hero. This is more appropriate. Much better than stealing his drink and scrapbook. That's like kindergarten level bad guy-isms. But you see horrible eyeball tentacle monsters? Well, okay, that's more anime style villain. Well, maybe not anime. So, after some more shenanigans take place involving that nightmare, we finally get to meet the mayor of Cerebrum City. And, well, let's just say he gives a very interesting synopsis of what's actually going on. I'll let him go ahead and explain.
Piper, you brought back something old and musty. Your presence brings me joy, old Dusty.
Mayor? What the heck happened here?
Trauma in the conscious mind. The nightmares have come unconfined. They've seized our lands without remorse. We hide in fear behind closed doors.
That's why the mayor sent me to find you.
So a few nightmares escaped the gate and you're scared, huh?
Ah yes, clouds on string. So realistic. That's nostalgia.
When the mind was young, everything was much easier, and it never rained. Those were the days.
Huh. I was kind of expecting to hear the nostalgia critic, to be honest. Oh well, what are you gonna do?
I'm not lowering myself to do anything about such things as nightmares. That's below me.
Well, can't say it's not accurate.
I feel so bad for everyone. the mind, the nightmares. Everyone deserves love.
I don't think nightmares deserve love, per se.
Ah, Freedom Miles. Isn't it great to be back in the creative part of the mind?
Nah.
Jeez, cheer up, big guy.
Oh, by the way, did I forget to mention this is a musical game? Check this out. Oops, sorry about that, folks. I got a little distracted by the music. Right, back to slaying monsters. Okay, I really don't like these monsters at all. I prefer the tentacle ones, believe it or not. They're far less irritating. Like these little barfing whack-a-moles. Yeah. Ow. Okay, took out one, just need to get rid of the other. Okay, mine now. Well, okay, almost mine. Ha-ha! There we go. That's how it's done. Oh, by the way, just in case you thought I was finished talking about the music in this game, I got one last thing for you before we wrap up. A musical boss fight. Oh yeah, that's right.
Persistent, are we? Well, for you I have a gift full of black death, rat nose, and green gills. A pharmacy of bitter pills, drenched in sweat and with a scream. You wake up from my fever dream. Your blood is boiling, your headache split. You lose your lunch and smell like something nasty. I'm the sickness you cannot quell. There is no cure, you won't get well.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Figment. A rather odd musical action-adventure game. Did I enjoy it? Oh, you bet I did. Overall, I love the art direction in this game. The environments are so darn pretty and creative. You really feel like you're walking around in someone's mind. They even visually show the differences between right brain and left brain thinking and function. And while psychology is a main component in this game, it doesn't overdo it like other games that use similar themes. It never feels too in your face about it. The puzzles never feel too difficult. Neither does combat. Most of the time, anyway. Progression typically feels natural, organic even. Never forced or too easy. There's not a lot of post-game material here, but there are some collectibles to go after once you finish the game's story, so there is that. The game lasts something like 6 hours or so, if you're in the mood for an action-adventure game, but don't want a massive time commitment, then this just might be the game for you. Overall, I'd give it a very solid silver award. Well, that about wraps things up for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. If you'd like to see more of my indie game reviews and other silliness in the future, then hit that subscribe button. Oh, and hit that bell icon to become part of my notification squad, and be the first to know when my new videos go live. And if you'd like a suggestion for other videos made by yours truly, then how about these? Over here, you can check out my latest podcast from last week. And over here, you can check out my review for a marvelous game called Franbo. Pick either one, they're both fantastic, just like you guys have been. This is Master RBG, signing off.